A splinter in my own finger is a tragedy. Watching a man fall into a well is hilarious.
Yeah, wells are funny.
Always funny, people falling down? Is that always funny?
Yeah, I think, no, it's not funny if it's like a person who gets hurt.
Granted, I'm biased, but I think drinking stories are always funny. For some reason, you always want your comedic heroes to be dunces, you know? And what's great about alcohol is it turns you into a dunce, but you're still kind of smart somewhere buried under there.
If you fall off the stool, I'm laughing. That's
Okay.
I
wish I had the balls
like,
to just go do it.
Any kind of holes in the earth? Yeah.
Holes in the earth, holes in a wall, holes on the body, hole. Funny. Stuff coming out of every single one of those holes, funny. I'm like mostly an IBS comedian.
People farting.
If anybody bursts into tears in the middle of an improv set, I think that's funny. Like a large display of emotion.
I like broad humor. So like if someone is getting hit in the nuts, count on a laugh from me.
Well, let's see, we can go through the list of what's not funny. Get kicked in the nuts.
He's right. It's not always funny, but if he farts while it gets kicked in the nuts, always funny.
The hardest part about the worst bomb you're in is there's no way to finish it.
There's no way to end it.
Because you're never gonna get that laugh.
I was in the middle of telling jokes, and then somebody just said, yo mama. And another person said, yo mama. And then they just started saying yo mama, and then they chanted yo mama, and I didn't have a comeback.
It's like quicksand, where the more you fight it, the bigger problem you're in.
I was like, what? This is so stupid. Why y'all saying yo mama? And I think I said that, and it just kept saying yo mama, and I just like walked off stage.
I've never been able to get out of a bad bomb. I don't know.
No, it's like a what is it? In a bear attack, you're supposed to go limp. Like
I was like, man, I can't believe I let these motherfuckers defeat me tonight.
and I wait for that light and just say, and that's my time, folks.
Yep, yeah.
At least for me, it's like a reinvestment in your character and like what is presented to you by your partner.
I've never bombed.
See, if that happens in a conversation, I will double down and figure out a way in. Even if they are not a comedy person, they like understand like, oh, this is a human that will not leave me alone until I laugh.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah.
I don't.
And then I just like walk out. Oh, I think I just bombed that.
Yeah, I
answer.
think you did.
I'm just a lot more drunk than the people around me, and just like my wife will just be like, Sean, I mean, they don't want to talk about this right now. You know what I have learned is just, if anyone ever tells you you're too drunk, you cannot win that argument and you have to concede it's true.
Yes, that is the same thing with that and being too loud.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you can't win that argument.
You're like being too loud. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Well, I've learned to just agree and walk away.
Yeah, it's the same sort of like as a bomb, like where you just like let yourself go.
Yeah.
You're right.
I just say like, yo, that's kind of weird that you said. I mean, it's whatever comes to my mind. If I'm drinking, I might just be like, yo, what the is wrong with you? And I've just raised my voice. I don't even know I'm raising my voice. I'm just like, ah.
Okay, kind of a bad comment there.
Yeah, you just think about what it is you're saying and to whom you are saying it.
I think I have the opposite problem. I have a really hard time calling people out in the moment. I make a joke out of it usually.
Or if somebody's calling me out for saying some shit that might be, I'm like, damn, that's some real shit.
I think like if I'm the person that says that, it's like being like, oh, I see, like listening to the feedback people have and being like, I see what you're saying, I'm gonna change it for next time.
And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't think about that.
I did do that.
Yeah.